Now hopefully this doesn't have to be moved off to storage before it counts. Actually, we'll be able to see. Let's pause time once again. Okay, 1. It does say 1. Excellent. So then we're just going to do that right there. I did not mean to place it where it ended up going. There we go. Much better. So sheet metal gets brought in here. It kind of comes in stacks. They'll come in and cut it up, I guess. That's what the saw is. And then it will get stamped and it kind of stacks up here. And then, yeah, at midnight it sells and we get some money. And that is not counted in this number here, the daily cash flow. It's just kind of a number that gets tacked on at midnight. So, okay, I want to kind of go through the to-do list again, just make sure we're all cool. We got 1 releasing. Otherwise, we are pretty on top of it. Check our valuation, 70,000. Excellent, excellent. Now, again, I've got this starting grant kind of hovering over me, and so, you know, I was never really 100% sure about how this worked. I did just look up the grants, though, and I thought that at least the ones I took, I'm good on. I took 2 of them. And we've got 2 remaining, and the 2 I took I should be complete. I've done everything they wanted. One was to basically have 2 cooks, 2... Oh, I forgot what the other one was. I totally forgot. But I was kind of going through and I was like, check, check, check. I got all that. I got all that. So that was all fine. I met the requirements for one of those. The other one was simply to have a prison capacity of 15 with the cells, and I've got that. So I'm not entirely sure why I have this negative in the valuation, but maybe one of you guys knows. I kind of thought that would disappear when you met the requirements, but maybe not. What do I know? I was only guessing. Now, let's jump into the regime, because did we already... Okay, so we already went through the work period, at least according to that. I didn't pay attention to see if they went in there and did their stuff. I'm bringing in materials. Okay. We're looking really good here. Things are running very smooth. I know I shouldn't say that. I know I'm going to totally jinx it and there's going to be all kinds of problems. But yeah, okay, so we can see the finished goods here. The plates kind of stacked up, so that's cool. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. We've got... Oh, I was like, why do we have 1 of 2? My guard is taking a break. And he shouldn't be, because we have an issue out here. Resolve that. Confiscate those things. Okay, so we are coming up on midnight. Here we go. We've got half an hour. We've got about 15 minutes, and it's going to kind of chime in up here at the top. So we only made 100 from license plates. Nothing too crazy. Oh, wait, 10 down here again? Odd. So anyway, we can definitely make more. I think if we get more of the tools in here and everything, we'll be in better shape. I could build 2 more right now. Cost us 3,000. Just not so sure about that. Actually, what does this say? Does it have anything about just cash? So it counts our cash total. Stock of materials. So I don't actually see anything here about like potential earnings, you know, or anything like that. Interesting. So maybe it doesn't account for that. Although I suppose, yeah, I suppose that would be counting it twice, because basically we make the cash and it counts the cash 1-to-1. So I guess that isn't going to do a separate line item. That would be counting it twice. So that's cool. That's fine. I can live with that, I guess. But I think we will throw in more of these guys. This guy and this guy. It's a little bit spendy, but that's cool. That's okay. Okay, to-do list is looking good. We have family visiting. So I'm kind of feeling like we're pretty self-sufficient here. We're in the positive. It's not much. We're not making much each time. And if we have any incidents, it could cost us. For example, I actually had a metal detector need to get repaired, and it was $800 to repair it. So, I mean, if we had a big enough incident, it could really get us down, really kind of drop our money. But barring any kind of incident, we're looking pretty good. It'd be nice to bring in the psychologist and be able to see what their specific needs are. We don't have that tab right now, but it's nice to see the bar graph basically showing what their current like biggest needs are, so that when there are problems, when there's rioting, we can look at that and go, ah, this is what's kind of pissing them off right now. We just right now have no clue. I'm like, have another TV. How about some more phones? What do you say, guys? Let's all be cool. Okay, I suppose one of the other things too, let's see, was it, where did I see that at? Was it the cook? Wasn't the cook. What do we have? There was a way in here that you could actually go in, oh, here it was. So you can actually change the meal quality, and I guess that adjusts this cost per day. So anyway, that might be something to try too if they start to get a little restless. Maybe try to give them better food. Alrighty, well, we stamped a whole bunch more plates. I even added more work time, and what are we going to make from that? Let's see. This time we made $330 from license plates, so not too bad. I think we can get that up higher. Obviously, it's costing us to make these guys like $3 grand, so making 300, that's going to take 10 days to make up 2 of these tables. But you know, maybe we can get even more work time in. Is that kind of the deal? You really try and push them. We may even be able to throw more workers in there, right? I think we assigned 7, but we could have assigned 10. So maybe that's something to do. Let's actually hit up deployment and jobs. So we've got 7 with a potential for 10. Let's go ahead and take out 2 there. So now we've got 9 working in there. That's cool. We'll see how that goes for us. Maybe bring in a little bit more money. But yeah, we're doing really good. This is really kind of jamming. Now, one of the things that's going on too is we are losing prisoners. Not that they're escaping, but they're actually allowed to go, right? I mean, they've served their time. So at some point, I'm going to need to bring in more prisoners, and probably sooner than later, because the fewer prisoners we have, the less money we're making, and we are going to lose more. So it's better to kind of bring them in and have maybe a couple extra in the holding cells. Let's actually go ahead and pause time here. Now we could take some lower risk prisoners, but then we don't get as much money. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and stick here and get these guys in 1 hour and, well, 1 hour. Time is kind of jamming by. I can't keep up with that. Okay, so they're going to come pulling in here just shortly. And it looks like we're going to have to keep, how many do we have? 15 arriving. Whoa, okay, hold on a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold the phone here. So 15 prisoners. Wow, that's going to put us over by quite a bit. I thought we might get 9, 8, I don't know, maybe 10. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get some of these cells set up. Now, I do have to watch the money. I don't want to go too crazy. And I don't want to have any cells kind of partly finished. So let's see. We might just be able to do all of this. It could be expensive. Let's hold it there. Switch to the toilets. Now, obviously, I could cancel some of these, but lay them all out and then can't cancel it. But I just want to see where we're at. Okay, we're at 2,900. Let's do a few more here. That's going to increase it by 5, going to put us at 21, and we're bringing in, wow, we are going to be over. Wow, I just did not anticipate we'd be getting, wait a second. Oh, it's 8 for next time around. I was like, wait, it's 8. Oh, I feel so much better. I mean, I am thrown. How many do we have here? I could have sworn that said 15. Did I read that wrong? I don't know. Let's go ahead and actually turn this off now. Here it says, here. Let's go ahead and start this guy up. Okay, get these guys in here. Alright, well, okay, maybe we were okay. Maybe I was a little panicky. We're over by 6-5 now. But these, it's not counting these cells yet, right? So we get these set up. Now, I'm going to slow down time because I want to make sure. Do we have all of this in? Trying to think here. We need 5 more, and we've got 6 that aren't completed yet, so I think these are going to go ahead and count. Let's do this and hit the utility. So we are good there. Okay, we'll speed this up a little bit. Maybe we'll be okay. Maybe I just missed something. No, here's the other chunk. What? One fell off the truck. Fortunately, the guard was there to grab him. Yikes. That was bad. How come they're not getting brought into the holding? I guess because there's cells available, or... I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. I do not know. Okay, sorry. We need to pause this. We gotta get doors. Jail doors are needed here. Okay. Now, this is kind of like a period that makes me nervous. I don't know if the game accounts for anything like this. Like, you know, you're bringing in new guys and that causes stress or anything. So I feel like it's just this precarious, like, ooh, are we going to be okay? Hopefully these guys, like, mix okay. There's, like, nothing, I don't know. I don't know if anything like that is built into the game. Like, here's established prisoners that have been here, and here's the new fish. And it causes problems. I have no idea. One thing I do know is that, regardless of cost, I think I need another guard. So, as much as I don't want to have to pay for another one, I'm going to go ahead and drop one out here. So he can start bringing people in, and I think at this volume of prisoners, 21 of 22, so that's pretty cool. I think, yeah, we need more guards. Our money is quite low, but we are going to take in over 1,400, and hopefully we can get these plates stamped out like crazy. Okay, I've paused time here to take a look at the valuation. It's interesting because we're now at 80,000, so I like the idea of that. This is getting close to my number, and we're in this kind of precarious position. We brought in new prisoners. My risk, actually, the danger started going up. And I know it fluctuates, but it just kind of got me nervous. Like, oh, with my finger over the sell button. It's like, as soon as a prisoner raises a fist towards another, before he even swings, I'm like, sold. I'm out. Give me my money. Before this all goes down. So I don't know at what point, like, the incident, you know, kind of switches, because if we have an incident, this drops to 0. So we lose. This 36 goes to 0. So we end up going down to whatever that is, 44,760 or something is what we would be down to. Now, that's not a bad number, but part of an incident is probably fighting, and we'd have like injuries, so this would be a ticking thing. It would be going down. And the other thing too, actually, now that I even think about it, you can't even sell for that low. You have to have over 50,000. So I'm pretty nervous right now about there being a situation. So anyway, I think I'm going to let this ride a little bit longer. I would love, if I jump into regime, I'd love for them to hit the work phase and see what we can get out of that money-wise, see if it's like a good jump. If it seems like it's okay, then it might be the kind of thing where, you know, well, if we can make that every day, plus, you know, what we're bringing in from the cash flow, maybe it's not a big deal to wait. But I am a little bit nervous. I'm going to actually start the timer on a little bit slower initially because we have some things going on. We had to have the guard bring some people in here, and I just kind of want to keep an eye on things just for a minute and see if this goes up. We can speed this up a little bit more. Just kind of want to make sure nothing goes down in the yard. We don't have anything major over here, and again, I don't have a psychologist, so I just can't tell the needs. I mean, I could certainly bring one out. Oh, okay, so that's... see how quick I am on the trigger? Sold! I'm out! Give me my money! Okay, so he had some kind of drill. But, let's see, we're just now hitting the work time, so let's go ahead and do this. And get all these guys in here working. So far, so good. I'm going to actually try and get a guard in the workshop real quick. Just because they're all kind of in there. And I want an eye in there. Don't screw things up for me. I'm the CEO. I'm trying to get my big paycheck just as I bail. So, let's see. Okay, so things are looking okay. This is still ramping up, though, so this kind of freaks me out. They have serious complaints. So, Now I know that I could probably use a laundry room in here. You know, and it's even something, you know, maybe I could just do that back here. Because they keep they've got that icon, some of them do. So let's go ahead and set that up, because I know that's kind of a thing. So we'll do laundry all back here. And we have to get these things, they're expensive actually, come to think of it. I can't afford it. Now, we do have a grant, and there is this administrative grant. It's 10 grand, and all it requires is for us to have a warden, an accountant, and their offices. So let's go ahead and do that one. Plus I can then look at the valuation. Let me start the timer up here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pause this. Okay, so it didn't appear in here. So this starting grant, here's what I'm starting to wonder. And you guys have probably known this whole time, and you were like, Weem, come on. This is a thing. I'm wondering if you start with a certain amount of money, and I'm wondering if this is it. It has nothing to do with the actual grants in the tab. I don't know. Maybe a number of you now are smacking your foreheads like, duh. I'll figure these things out eventually. But I think maybe that's what that is. That maybe that's, I'm not going to be able to earn that back. Or get rid of that as a line item. Because that's just money I have. Okay. So anyway, boy, look at this thing. We're getting up here now. 7 of them. And it's increasing. So with the grant, I can afford to build some of the laundry stuff. That was kind of the point of that. So let's do that. I'm only going to do the bare minimum. It's 1 washing machine. We'll do 1 basket. And we'll do 1 ironing board. And then we're going to go to jobs, right? Because we can deploy that as a job, I think. Can we? Oh, that has to be built first. Right. All right, everybody. Keep it together. Just be cool. Don't cause any problems. Look at that, 90 grand. Ooh, maybe we can get to 100. Although I'll take it at 90. What I want to do is I want to hit midnight and kind of see where we're at money-wise. I want to know what we're earning from this guy here. So if these guys can just keep it together. So we are decreasing on the danger. Woo! Keep it down. Keep it cool. Come on, guys. You have family coming. Wait a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pause. Why are you guys out here? You know, there is this door. Fortunately, this is why we have 2 of these things. Working. Okay, so maybe they're just out here to grab things. They could be coming. They sometimes come and grab the sheet metal and everything. There is sheet metal here. Excellent. All right, just, you know, getting a little spooked here. My high-paid CEO, looking at my paycheck, about to get taken out from under me. Okay, we've got utility concerns here. Think we'll just run this. And electricity concern too. I forgot about that. Okay, cool. So we've got 21 and 22. Our guys are pretty well settled in. We've got a decent inflow, cash flow, kind of incoming inflow. Sure, that's a term. And yeah, okay, we're not doing too bad. I'd love to hire on a little bit more staff, but that would take away from my paycheck. So let's go ahead and speed time up. I'm really wanting to see midnight. Get these guys going and in bed. Look at the regime. What do they have left on the agenda? Eat. Oh, the most dangerous place, right? The canteen. That's right. Just machine gun the food down your throat. Yes. No fighting, just shoveling of food. Okay, cool. Oh. Excellent. Excellent. We've got a guy trying to carry something out. That's cool. He's got a fork. Not a big deal. They're not fighting. That's good. And our danger is decreasing as they all go to bed. So here we go. We've got 30 minutes, aka like 8 seconds, 5 seconds, something like that. Let's see what we get from these plates this time. 600 plates. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go ahead and slow down time. We're going to look at the valuation. 100,000. Well, I think that we're in a good spot. And like I said, I really wanted to test this out. I really wanted to see what this is about. So I think we're going to go ahead and sell the prison right now while we're ahead. And then what we should be able to do is take all this money and build a new prison, starting with this money. So we won't have to necessarily be dependent on some of those early grants. So we may take them anyway. We may just take them anyway. But we wouldn't have to have them. So let's go ahead and check this out. I'm really curious about this. So sell. Then it asks us, okay, so it's going to actually walk us through funds, and it shows us the 100,000. So what I done before is I turned off the fog of war, which, if I recall correctly, people were saying didn't even matter. You still get that anyway. And I don't want continuous intake, so I ended up just turning off everything. I didn't want to have to go around forests and water and have to deal with buildings that were in the way. Now, I may do that in the future, but not for now. And the nice thing about the forest is you can chop the trees down and you get like $100 per tree or something that you sell. But I don't know, that slows my workers down. They got other things to attend to. Now with this grant, or with the funds that we have, I think I'm going to actually switch over to a medium. I think we're on a small right now. So we'll switch over to a medium. And yeah, let's get this thing started with our newly found CEO golden parachute money.